Oh my goodness. Video 3, card making, vintage style, and using tailor-made crafts, wrapping papers, and blank cards, cards that you've had in your stash forever that just need to be decorated, but they have a printed background. Using Tracy Fox's little labels, and vintage music sheet that's from the 1800s. A little bit of fabric, a little bit of this, a little bit of linen, some gems, buttons, ribbon, lace. So, how simple can all that be? Well, it's a big mess to get it all out, but I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun. So, we were talking about the wallpapers for tailor-made crafts. How to cut something that, you know, is not super easy to figure out. Do you do it this way, that way? So I folded these the way that I thought they needed to be done because they're adorable. I want to make cards out of them. I don't know what I'll be putting on them, but I want to show you. So you've got these two choices here. It's just a repeat usually, although this is different than this in this situation. So, but you got to keep it upright, and this has to be what we use. So I just decided to measure the paper length, fold it the way I wanted it to go. It is 10 3/4. So I'm going to go to 5 1/4 and just a little bit over. Okay, 2/8 I think is what we need to cut the other part. Now, does that look straight? Sometimes my cutter can be crazy. Now you want to score, of course you want to fold, and then you want to crease your edges or your score line with. So look how pretty those are. Now, why would you need to do anything else? I mean, I'm thinking maybe put some stickles on here and just have fun with it. That's what I'm thinking. Now, on this one, it's a different story. Your horse is in the middle. I don't want to chop off my horse, but it also is not one that can be done like this. I like it up here, but I don't know. You could go right in the middle and do a bigger size card, right? I can't decide on this one. I am going to cut it at some point, but right now it's staying as it is. And here's the Cityscape one. You can't go wrong with this one. You could have done it this way. You could have done it that way. I just chose to do it this way. Measure how long it is. It's 8 1/4, so we're going to do 4 2/8. And we will be good. There we go. That's our front. How cute, right? This one would be cute with a snowman in it somewhere. Over here, I don't know, a carriage maybe, a tree. They're so cute. I am going to use them and make some fun cards. Now, this little choo-choo train one was hard for me to decide. And so I went ahead and did it this way because it says Christmas. I can add Merry. I can put a snowman. Down here says Merry, and you know it's saying Merry Christmas too. So I'm going to cut those in half. And so we're going to do 5 1/4 plus, let's see, I'm going to go to 2/8. Okay, here we go. Now we've got these two cards. These definitely have to be, you know, pressed down nicely. Why buy card bases when you have Lorna's Digitals, right? And so we are definitely going to do something with these. I have decided if I cut this one in half, it's going to be right there. But I'm going to go for it. Because everyone knows there's a horse right there, right? And I like this area right here. You can put something. You could put a Santa. I mean, you could do, let me see what I got here. You could just put a Santa like he's in a speech bubble or something, like I'm coming. Isn't he cute? I like that Santa there, actually. And over here on this one, you can do the same thing with the same Santa. And, or you can use a Santa, you know, that you can put in the crowd below. But I think I'm going to go with these. Yeah. I might have to dwiddle him down a little bit. Or you could do some of the smaller images, you know, like, I don't know, bells. Up here, you could do some bells. I think I like Santa, don't you? Here you could do some bells. Nope, I still like Santa. Here's a wreath. But it's kind of a pink wreath, so we don't want to use that. You know, so you just have to be creative. And right now, it looks like I'm going to use those little Santas. Okay, and on these, I don't know yet. So I'm going to put these all to the side for now. I don't want to lose those little images. And these are going to be something I just play with when I have time. It's not really something to do a video on, but you can get your creativity going. I've showed you just a few of what she has. Look at the little penguins. I've showed you just a few, but I will tell you, I'm going to do this one this way, even though it's going to end up, I don't know. I'm trying to decide how wide do I want it to be. I'm thinking, if I cut it down from here and just make it a smaller card. I love it when my needle gets jammed, don't you? Love that. Oh, so much fun. Okay, so I'm gonna do it at 4 1/4. Let's do it at 4 1/4, and we're just gonna cut that off. And oh, look how cute he is. Can't throw him away. And then now here you are with this really tall card. Or you're gonna stop it just under his little feet. You're only gonna get one card out of this one, and it's gonna be bigger than the average. I'm going to go ahead and trim a little bit above his little head. And this is what you're going to end up with. So it ends up being not a normal size card. It's almost 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So not bad, right? And on this little guy, you know, you can cut out the little penguins and use them as images if you wanted. Or, you know, whatever. Like this little guy right here, he's got his little face all up in it. So he's got to end up being in something, right? So he'll be on the inside of the card. Maybe. He doesn't have arms. So what I'm thinking is just do his little head. Cut around it. I am just trying to get you to think out of the box when you're doing different kinds of things like this. And honestly, he's just going to be like this. There he is. And I'm going to put him up inside the little card. I think I'll just glue him in there right now because you know, we know he's going to go there, and why lose him, right? I'm just going to give him a little bit of ink because I'm not going to work on this right now, but I am going to put him inside so he gets to be a part of the sentiment when it is worked on. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, and I'm just going to put him right like this, and then you can stamp under him. But he'll be one of the ones I work on later. Because these aren't vintage, right? But I did want to show you how to fold the different ones that I had printed out on cardstock. Now, the ones that don't have big prints like this, you can use your vintage Santas and so forth on these because, I mean, these will make great cards. I'm trying to decide which way to do them. I think I'm going to do this one. Let me measure it. Let's see, let me think. I'm going to cut it right down. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, there we go. That's right. I'm going to cut it this way, fold them this way. You know, because you have your little bows here, and you know that these will make cute backgrounds for like a Santa Claus, right? Or a little girl or something, little boy. And I'm going to fold these over. Now, if I have something that will work on these, I'm going to use them. Okay? And I like it to be very creased. But there's those. Now let's do these. They're probably the same width and height. Yep. Okay. And everybody's measurements will be different. So don't worry about getting the measurements from me because your measurements and my measurements will be totally different. Okay. I think because I have a little bit more of this on the top, I'm going to use that upright. And the same with this. It kind of looks like a little clown in a way, doesn't it? Or a circus. I like it though. Here is some poinsettias, and we all know that we can fold those, and they're going to work any way you decide to fold them. And these make great backgrounds also. So I'm going to fold them in half, and we'll put some stuff behind these. These just started out as white cardstock. I usually print all of my collageable type things on just a piece of printer paper. I'm going to trim this because I got it a little crooked. Oh, no, I did get it crooked, didn't I? So we need to straighten it. Is what we need to do. Okay, that's better. It's still a little off. It's because I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just cutting. Okay, there's those two. And the last one is this little guy, which I think he's super cute. Who knows what's the up and what's the down of a poinsettia? You know, it's hard to say. Okay, now we're going to do this little guy. This side's my favorite. Let's do like this. Let's see what's down here. This side's my favorite, and this top is my favorite. But you don't want to do it upside down. Or you don't want everything on the back. So I'm going to fold it down. I think I get more fun that way. And this one's kind of a busy one, but I just thought it'd be fun to figure out. And I'm just going to do the whole thing across. So, yeah, that way it will be ready to be cut in half, right down the middle. There we go. Now, this is your fronts. All right, now I'm going to put this trimmer away. We got to get busy because time flies when you're making cards. We're already 15 minutes into our video. Okay, we're going to work on what I've got prepared. I haven't inked anything. I ran out of, how do I put it? I ran out of gas. Not really. I'm sorry. I'm just joking. So I'm going to take some of these that I made the backgrounds from the wrapping paper. This is a little girl, and I just threw some things on top of these. And just to see, you know, what we could end up with. So I'm going to ink her and just the front of the card. I'm going to do it really quickly. There'll be, you know, this may have 5 parts to it. I don't know, guys. It is way more involved than I thought it would be when I started. But you know what? I had all of these I wanted to do, and I didn't want to say no to any of them. So do your little Christmas tree here, which is one of Tracy Fox's little tags. And I'm just doing the front of the card. This is one of the backgrounds from Tailor Made Crafts. And I am going to see if I can figure out what's top and bottom here. Oh, right there. Okay. All right. So we're going to squeeze out the Fabri-Tac and just mostly get around the edges and a little bit in the middle if I can get it going again. It's kind of sat there for a while. Probably didn't have the cap on it. Yes, I'm guilty. I do it. I forget sometimes. And it's lots harder to squeeze when you forget too, isn't it? Okay, come on. Cut it out. We'll get a new bottle. We'll go to glitter glue. You won't like that. Okay. So how many of you have your Christmas shopping done or at least started? And how many do you have to buy for? I'm just curious because, you know, it's always more than we hope that we have to buy for, correct? Because, you know, it's just how it is. And, you know, I feel for our families and people that, you know, are out of work because of the virus. And I feel for all of those people. And we need to pray for them and lift them up. So, and, you know, do whatever we can do to help angel trees if you're able. If you're not, don't feel bad about that. Not every year have I done it over the years. And sometimes I can do more than one, and sometimes I only do one. You know, it just depends. Sometimes I don't get to do any. So I found this little just piece of red fabric, and I thought, how about just put it on here at kind of a triangle shape. And yeah, come on. Straighten up. Straighten up. Now, you know, if you get it too thick with glue, it's going to show through. And I did get it a little thick, so I won't be shocked if I have a little bit of bleed through. I'll try not to push it too hard. Now we're going to get our little girl on there. This little girl is so adorable. I know, I'm a sucker for these cute little images. I love them. Oops, my lights just decided to come off. Or go off, I mean, and usually they'll come back on, but it doesn't appear that they want to. My husband gets so frustrated. He swears it's, you know, the electrical in our new house. There's not been any proof of that, but let me get the lights back on. So you turn them off, and then you turn them back on. There you go. What can I say? One comes on, and the other one comes on a few seconds later. It's kind of a delayed thing. But I did finally get them put onto one switch, and that does help. So let me trim this little piece of string off. And this is the only little image like this. I would have loved to have done multiples of this one, but she's the only one. I'll probably put the little oddball ones in their own little category. And it says Christmas tree. So she's, I guess we're going to say she's carrying a Christmas tree. I just like them to have little sayings on them. I just think it looks cute for them to have a saying. And listen, this is simple. How simple was that, right? I'm not putting any gems or anything on there. I just think it's perfect like it is. Okay, I'm going to put that one to the side. And now we're going to do, on the other half of that same card, we're going to do a Santa. Now, I'm just going to go like this. Just do the front real fast. And do my Santa. Yeah, last video I remembered to do this, and just as I hit the video a second ago, I was like, I didn't ink all that stuff. Crazy me. That's okay. Now we're going to glue this down. I'm going to put the music sheet to the right of the card, and it's going to open on the right side, and then Santa kind of walking into it. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, get on here and go right there. Now we're going to do Santa. I have several Santas like this one. He must have not got used in, he must not have gotten used in a journal last Christmas, because I bought these images last Christmas. But she still has them on her in her Etsy shop. Excuse me. I think he looks good. Now, I'm going to ink this Jingle Bells just a little. And again, this is the only one I have. Some of the music had titles that were Christmas titles. And I don't throw those away. Sorry, guys. I'll be sitting here, and I won't even be coughing or anything. Of course, I'm not talking either. I think I'm going to put this on some of this linen. But I'll be sitting here, and I'll be like, no coughs, no nothing. Just wait till I get on video, and then it'll all come around again. And it does. Okay, here we go. Sorry. All right. Whoopsie. Okay, now we'll put him on. We got him glued onto the linen. So let's get him glued down to the card. I'm just going to turn it sideways like I like. And there you go. He's all fit for Christmas. And again, on this one, I'm not putting any anything on here that he will, I'm going to get a wet wipe so I can get some of this sticky off my fingers. There we go. Mercy. That is some sticky fingers. Now, I love the way this Santa turned out. And you could go way more in depth if you want, but I'm very happy with this. So I'm going to put him to the side. He is complete. And now we're going to go to this pink poinsettia. Now, I thought this would be a challenge, and that's why I printed this one off. And I think it's going to be. I mean, but I did find a Santa that I could cut out from somewhere who had a lavender suit. You heard me. He was like a postcard, and I cut him off of a postcard. Now, he is also a copy. It was a copy of a postcard. And I was like, oh my goodness. How lucky was I to find a little lavender and a little lavender jingle bells. Yes, from Tracy Fox. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is decide how I'm going to have it on here. We're going to have that be the front. We're going to put Santa onto the fabric. And just kind of like right in the center. And then we got to decide, do we want the fabric, the music sheet behind him or in front of him? I think I like it like that. So, let's put the music sheet down first. I'm going to have to fill up my bottle before the next video. Yes, this is the third video I have done today. Trust me. I can tell. I love doing them. You know, when I have a big mess out like this, I just want to get them all done and get my project done so I can move on to my next project. Just an FYI for those of you still looking for your Christmas journal. I will not be making any more, but I have a traveler's notebook that will be great for December daily. And I have a deer journal that is stunning. You guys, it's very, very pretty. And you need to go check it out in my Etsy shop. Okay. Let's see. We'll just put some Fabri-Tac behind him mostly so it doesn't show through. And just little blobs of this and that there so it's not too much glue showing. And I'm going to do him like this. I never stand on perfectly straight. It's rare for me to do that. I like things wonky. And here we're going to do the label that says Jingle Bells. And it's going to be leaning the opposite way. So there we go. Now I feel like this one might need a little bling. And I just so happen to have some purple. Now, because I have this purple, we can't not use it, right? So I'm thinking, how about right here? Okay. I'm going to pull this and put to the side. And I'll use half of it on this card and half of it on the next Santa card. Because he's not lavender, but he's in the family. Kinda. So we're going to put, come off of there. I'm going to put this one. I thought we'd put it up across this music sheet. Just like that. Isn't he cute? Love it. Okay, here comes this little guy. He's real similar. Only his says Christmas Day. And he's out in the winter using his cane. He's a very old Santa. He's probably searching for a new Santa. Ha ha. You know, pass it down to the next generation of people. And we're going to do this one a lot like that first one. Okay. Only maybe, let's try it down here and see. Maybe we want him up here. And, it's different, huh? We'll figure it out. Always can figure it out. I really like the way I did it in the last one. I think I'm going to stick with that. Kind of at an angle. And I'm going to put Santa onto his little piece of linen. This is non-tea stained. Whoa. You know, anytime you haven't got to tea stain, just use your ink. Ink it up, make it look, you know, kind of like it's been tea stained. And you'll be shocked at how good it'll look. Okay, now we'll put some glue on the back. Okay. There we go. Put it a little bit to the left. Lean it that way anyway. And then we're going to put our Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. I can't remember what it says on it. Christmas Day. Yeah, right there. And we're going to put some gems right there as well. You can get these little gems just about any fabric store or hobby shop. I know that Michael's has them. I think that's where I bought them. But I also believe that you can get them at Hobby Lobby. Just depends. You can get them in different colors. But they're just fun to have, and they got a sticky back. They're actually easier than using the gems. And there you go. Santa number 2. All right, now we're going to come to a more vintage style Santa, and he's going to be on black and white. And I know he's not your traditional Santa Claus look as far as the clothes go, but you got to remember, Santa has a life. He does other things. You know, he may want to just get out and about. I'm opening the card from the right. I'm inking the top and bottom here since it doesn't really have any color anywhere else. Inking some of the ephemera, Christmas ephemera. Okay, I don't know how that ended up on there. I don't think that belongs to something else. No wonder. It belongs to the next Santa. Let's move it. This says Santa Claus. It's one of these little ephemeras here are Tracy Fox. Okay, and yeah. Ink up our little vintage guy here. And I'm just doing quick inking. You don't have to worry about it being just perfect. I'm going to use a doily in these next 3. And so I'm just barely hitting it with, hitting it with some ink. Now I'm doing most of the gluing in the middle of the doily. And remember, your Santa is going to be, the center point. So he'll hold it down and just do it 4 little places around the outside is what I did. And I'm kind of putting it more toward the top, because I kind of want like his feet to be off of the doily, so you can see him a little better. So here he goes. Part of me just wants to get out the pop dots and start popping stuff up. But really, you know, you want it to look good in the end. And I just don't think, you know, you don't want it to cost you more to mail it and stuff like that. So I try not to do very many. Like the button one that had the little collage. I just wanted to show you how you can do it if you're going to hand them to a person. Now this is a little sled carriage, a little place that sells them. How cute is that, right? I'm going to kind of just put it at an angle over here on the right side of Santa. His left, no, his left and my right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he'll show you where to go to get a sled. Okay, and now this says Santa Claus. Like we don't know who he is, right? Well, he is wearing white. Now, where do I want him? You could, like, stick the end of it under here and do it kind of like a little package, but it may be too late. I may have already glued it down. Do I want that there? No, I don't like it there. So we don't have to worry about it anyway. But I like it next to it, so I'll just do it like that. So this is Santa, number 1 out of this set. Now, the Santa is the same, and these will all be the same. So I think I'm going to do the others off camera, so you guys don't have to watch it twice. We can get more accomplished that way. Now, in this situation, we've got the same cards, the same 2 different little Santas here, and we will just do the one on camera, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to ink it up on the ends here, a little bit around the edges of the doily, around our little vintage looking Santa. I love it when they have blue on. You need to be watching. I won't be announcing when I put these in my store if you're interested in buying some Christmas cards. There may be others too. I'll just have to see. And I think in the next series we're going to do tags. So, all right, here we go. Gonna take this and go around in the middle as we talked about earlier. Put a little bit there, a little bit there, there, and there. Because we want it to kind of share the love. Putting it more to the top of the card. Okay, and we're going to get our little Santa dude on there. And he is at the homes on Christmas Eve in these. I would tell you what I'm doing for my grandkids for Christmas, but sometimes my granddaughters listen. Probably not as often as I think, but just in case. Okay, here we go. Come out of there. All right. Where do I want this? Let's do it right there. Let's be different. You can always put it wherever you would like. simple, simple, simple. That's what I like. I like doing simple. Now we're going to have two of these little old vintagey looking Santas. So we're going to put one away and work on this one. Now this is one of Lorna's wrapping papers that we folded earlier. Has this cool woodland front and our background, I guess I should say. Just inking around one side, inking our little Santa. Now I am going to put him on some linen too, because I like that look when you just have a Santa there. You don't want him just floating in midair. I need to see how close we are getting. Okay, so this is the side I'm going to kind of cover with this. And, yeah, and, you know, you have to cover something. We can't just, you know, get lucky enough that we can have our scene in the background show as well as our focal point. So here's Santa. I think the one color I don't have is green. I don't think I ever bought any green gems. He just kind of standing there. He looks real woodland-like, doesn't he? And we're going to put jingle bells. Because, you know, when they walk, a lot of times if they have their bells on, you can hear them. Right like this. And I'm going to put this straight across. Just like that. All right, so one more Santa one. Let me see what our time looks like. Okay, and I'm hoping we can do a couple more of the, if not, it'll be in the next video. And probably have one, maybe two more videos. Probably one is what I'm shooting for, guys. We can't do every card. I mean, you know, I don't want to bore you to death doing repetitive stuff. So, you know, it's not like there's a big change in all of them. But what I'll do is that I think it'll just be one more. And in the next video, we'll stamp sentiments. So that way, look at Santa cuddling these two little cute children. Little girl and little boy. No, it's two little girls, it looks like. They've run up to Santa and they've said, "Whoa, I like that guy. He is awesome." Now, I'm just going to put him down on the green. And I've inked him really good so he doesn't blend. Try to get him to get the glue to come out here. And there'll be two of these little Santa cards. I may never want to make a card again after this big series. No, I love making them. I am a card maker at heart. And so I have this one. It looks like he's going to have a very special delivery back to Mom and Dad of these two little sweeties. And I want to see what else we want to put on here. I'm thinking we need to put a little something. It looks a little bare on that side. I want to find a reef or something, you know, that we can put on here. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? December 25th. Let's use it. He probably just, we can say he read him a story and he's going to deliver him back to Mom and Dad. Okay, come on. Squeeze out of there. I love the little images of this book being open. It's really a nice design. I like it. We could have also put a Santa or a Christmas tree on that other side. And I might do that with the one that I haven't done yet. Where do I want the special delivery? I don't know. Is it going to work now? Let's just put it right here. There we go. I feel like it needs something. It seems to just glued on, you know, just glue it down kind of thing. I'm thinking maybe we can put some, maybe a couple little gems on it. We'll do a couple little white gems right here. Right here. Right on the edge of special delivery. They're cute. Okay, so now I think what we're going to do is I have some of the, let me put this over here out of the way. I have some of the little candy cane one. I have this little candy cane one that, you know, was hard to decorate on. We had decided earlier on. I'm going to see if we can throw this one. I don't mean like throw it, but, you know, I have an idea. I thought about what I wanted to do on these to make it faster. But just got pooped and decided, hey, we're going to do it, and forgot to ink them. So, yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. You know, I spent a good amount of hours getting everything together to do this little kit, and I think it's, or this little series, and I think it was really fun. So like this. Now, I'm going to put this little girl holding all these great toys right here on this side, and I'm going to angle the music sheet because I'm going to angle her, and she likes candy canes, and who doesn't, right? Not very many people. So you want to get down the limbs so those don't get, you know, and anything tiny that might be sticking out. And there we go. I'm going to kind of stand her a little more straight. And yeah, there we go. And I'm going to put this little candy cane label from Tracy Fox. Let's see. There we go. Cute, cute, right? Okay, now we also have this, this bell paper, which is another stinker. I mean, it is not easy either. And we're going to get this one done. Okay, and I'm inking the front. Now I'm going to ink this image. And so on the ones that I've done on this half of the video, or on this particular video, I didn't use ribbon on any of these. I'm trying to kind of do them different. But, you know, that's the nice thing. You can stamp and add things. You know, I have made some that I've stamped before. And so you have a choice. I'm Trying to decide which side I want on here. And I hate covering up any of these, but you know, you got to do it, right? Here is what I want to put the bell on, because he kind of blends if we don't. Come on, glue. You're doing good. You're not disappointing me. I probably shouldn't brag. Okay. Put this on here. Whoops. I'm telling you. I don't think the bottom of my glue ever stands up like it should. Okay, so we're going to lean our music sheet to the left. Just like that. Now we're going to put the bell on. Since we're covering up one, we got to have another one to put, you know, to make up for it. And there we go. And I have this little circle one that's part of Tracy's labels I thought was cute. So let's throw it on there too. I like it right here in the corner. And we've got the word ding dong that comes out of Tracy's labels too. Some good words to use. Now, where do we want it? That's the hard part, right? Let's just put it right here. Yeah, there we go. So we'll have two of these. Cute, right? And we'll put the other one over here for later. Excuse me. Now, we did use the same little girl to do, I'm going to set this one to the side, to do the candy cane one, but now we've got a little Santa one, and this is going to be the last one. Oh, I didn't ink. Let me put this down, and then I'll ink, because we don't want to run past again. I'll get people mad at me. Okay, so we're going to put it right here at an angle. We're going to ink this little girl, and I'll ink the card after we get it all put together. So cute. She's adorable. And I thought with all her toys and her candy cane and everything, she would look really cute on this card. I do have other cards that I'm going to do in this series, but I need to get them done and get them in my shop so people can actually use them if they want. Don't feel obligated, but I think they're fun, and I'm going to make them reasonable. So, all right, Christmas Day. What a day, right? And this one will lift up because that's how we folded it, remember? All right, so it lifts up just like that. This is cute little Santa paper too. All right, so I hope you had fun today. I hope you have enjoyed this series. I'll be back in the next video so we can stamp. And we'll stamp red and pink and blue and green. And we'll just look at the card and decide what color. And black on some. So, see you in the next video. Bye.